Welcome to Negosyente, ang programang naghahatid sa inyo ng mga kwento at kaalaman tungkol sa pagninegosyo. Kilalanin ang mga kahanga-hangang kababaihan at ang kanilang mga kwento sa usapang babae. Sa kwentong negosyo naman, sama-sama tayong matuto, magsimula at magpatakbo ng negosyo. At abangan kung sino ang maswerteng makakatanggap ng dagdag puhunan sa Puhunan Plus. All this and more. Ito si Rhoda Castro Kaliwara, your resident Pinay entrepreneur. At ito ang Negosyente. Our special guest for today has a very inspiring story to tell about her humble beginnings. Half Japanese-Filipina at lumaki sa farmlands ng Samar. Today, she can proudly look back at her roots and claim her success sa franchise business. Welcome sa Usapang Babae, Miss Krisha Ann Loyang Tanabe. Hi, Krisha.
Hi, Achi.
Welcome to
Hello.
the show.
Thank you. It's my honor and pleasure to be your guest today po.
Kumusta ka?
Mabuti, mabuti. Yeah.
Okay, bago natin pag-usapan ang daming negosyo na ginagawa mo ngayon, tell us naman, sa bayan or sa probinsya ng Samar, anong buhay noon?
Ano po, Achi? My mother was an overseas Filipino worker. And then I grew up in the barrio from Northern Samar with my grandparents. So my grandfather, my itay, was a farmer. And then, of course, to support our living expenses, my grandmother, my inay, yung nagpalaki po sa aking lolo at lola. So we sold cigarettes and breads sa province just to support also my pag-aaral. We came from a very humble beginning. Yet full of dreams.
Ano yung mindset na meron ka noon while growing up para ma-pursue or ma-realize mo yung pangarap mo sa buhay?
I'm too ambitious, Achi. Kasi nakikita ko before, yung mga overseas Filipino workers, sila po yung may magagandang bahay sa probinsya. So sabi ko sa sarili ko before, I want to give or provide a nice house for my grandparents na pag-uwi nila from farm, may maayos silang titirahan. Unfortunately, after my primary schooling, my grandfather told me, hindi na po nila ako kayang pag-aralin sa college. Naging working student po ako. And at the same time, with good grades and the courage na pumunta ng Manila. So nag-aaral ako ng college sa morning. At the same time, nag-work ako sa afternoon. So when I graduated, I worked as an overseas Filipino worker sa Singapore before. But again, it was not a long-term goal kasi tumatanda yung grandparents ko. I wanna go back home, alagaan sila. Nagawa ko naman po yung goal ko for them. Nakapag-ambag naman po ako ng maayos for my grandparents before po sila nawala last year.
Gaano katagal na nasa abroad ka?
I was there for 3 years, ate, to provide them a good life, a better and comfortable life. And after that, since nagkakasakit na sila, so the main goal was to go back home, take care of them.
Kasi you were telling us kanina pa na nag-pursue ka, gusto mong ma-fulfill ang mga dreams mo for your grandparents.
Yes.
Okay lang ba tanongin? Nasaan ang mga parents mo during those times?
I'm half Japanese and half Filipina. So my mother was an overseas Filipino worker. I was at grade 2 student at nung nagkaroon siya ng cancer of the bone. So I cannot blame her from not supporting my life. My father is a Japanese. Unfortunately, hindi ko po siya kilala. So,
Hindi mo siya nakita.
Hindi pa po kami nagkita din. But it was never a day that hinanap ko din siya because I was very loved by my grandparents, especially my grandfather, my itay. But recently, after, syempre, nung nawala yung grandfather ko, baka ito yung right time for me to find him. And to thank him, I'm waiting for the right timing that God will bless me to be with him.
At nandun yung longing.
Yes. I couldn't be here without him.
True.
I'm kind of proud to tell them that I'm half Japanese and half Filipino because I've been analyzing ano ba yung mga personalities and character ng mga Japanese. Negosyante sila, so baka dun ko din nakuha.
At pagiging hardworking.
Hardworking, yung mga
Yeah,
Japanese
right.
na kinumbine ng isang hardworking na Filipino.
Correct. Nung umuwi ka, after 3 years, right?
After 3 years,
After
yeah.
3 years.
Yeah.
At nung umuwi ka sa Pilipinas, pabalik ng Pilipinas, ano yung una mong ginawa?
I look for a business, Achi. Kasi sabi ko, after my overseas work, I cannot work anymore. Kasi parang na-empowered ako to become an entrepreneur. And I believe kaya ko. So, I looked for a franchising business. I started to be a franchisee before I became a franchisor. I had experienced challenges and success as a franchisee that develops me to become a franchisor today.
Krisha, kindly tell us more about your businesses.
So actually, iFranchise story is, yung businesses po natin is iPharmaMart, Coffee Spot, and iFuel. So si iPharmaMart po, nag-start during pandemic. It started with an advocacy, makatulong dun sa mga frontline workers to supply medical supplies until naging butika na siya, and then into franchising. Then we have Coffee Spot, that's my brainchild. It's already 7 years na pong tumatakbo na business. We have hundreds of franchises all over the Philippines. It's bringing Italian brand coffee naman po to the Filipino market. And ultimately, si iFuel, again, it started with an advocacy by helping Marawi Sage, Bangon Marawi program before, way back 2017. We opened our first branch there in Mindanao, then nagsunod-sunod na po yun, Mindanao, Visayas, hanggang Luzon. And now we have more than 50 branches all over the Philippines. So yun po.
Objective mo is to inspire and to give hope
Yes.
sa mga kababayan natin to be successful like you. Ano ang tips or advice na pwede mo ibigay sa kanila?
Siguro po my advice is to be fearless and never to take no for an answer. And as what my grandmother said po, lagi niya sinasabi, lagi dapat ipag-pray mo and you have to act for it and you have to be grateful.
Sipag, tiyaga, at determinasyon.
Yes, yes.
Iyon ang mga ingredients.
And kailangan po talaga ambisyosa ka.
Ambisyosa. And I'd like to congratulate your grandparents dahil sa kanila, isang napaka-inspiring at successful na Krisha and Loyang Tanabe. Maraming
Thank
salamat
you po.
for being on the show.
And this is for them.
God bless you. Coffee or tea? I choose coffee. Pakinggan natin ang kwento ng Gourmet Farms, brought to you by SM Supermalls.
Brought to you by SM Supermalls.
Our story in Gourmet Farms started way before we were incorporated in 1987. We started as coffee traders in the 70s, and we were the first to export Philippine coffee to the world and to bring in the best of the world for the Filipinos to enjoy, the best coffee beans in the world for the Filipinos to enjoy. And one of the proudest moments we have is when we launched a whole line called Kapelipinas. Kapelipinas is our line of single origins from all over the Philippines. We developed this line in support of coffee farmers from the north all the way to the south. So we have Apo, Atok, Matutum, Kitanglad, Barako, Daguma, and other origins that are going to pop up soon. And we do this because we believe in the Filipino coffee farmer. We believe that Philippine coffee is at par at the world's best. And when you think of an institution or institutions who will help promote Philippine coffee, the first that comes to mind will be Kultura and the SM Supermalls, whom we've been partners with for the longest time. Over a decade, I believe, to this day. And together with them, we push Philippine coffee. Kapelipinas, together with our other premium blends, are available in Kultura stores and also in SM Supermalls. Aside from our support for coffee farmers, we also love collaborating with groups who are passionate about what they do. We are passionate about their coffee, and the Sanso Foundation, whom we've collaborated with, is passionate about art. And you will find our collaboration in the Kultura stores nationwide. If you'd like to experience Gourmet Farms coffee, Kapelipinas, and our other premium blends, look us up at Instagram and Facebook.
Brought to you by SM Supermalls.
isa sa mga nauna sa digital marketing and content producer. Para sa kwentong negosyo, let's meet Amray Dizon.
VitalStrats Creative Solutions is a digital content production company. We started in 2004 and we're on our 20th year now. So when we started, we had only graphic design and video production in our service, but little by little, we went into digital content. I didn't have any background in business when we started. Actually, wala rin akong puhunan noon. Well, I had a little puhunan, 20,000 pesos to buy a Pentium 4 computer. And then we just took it one project at a time. Yung earnings namin, it eventually grew when we landed one corporate project. And then we have been given several brands. And then when the brand managers resigned, they took us to several different multinational companies. So now we are working with top companies, top brands in the Philippines, including the top 2 banks in the Philippines, as well as the #1 insurance company in the Philippines. We also have international clients, and I can say that it's really good that we went into digital transformation and offering digital services even before it became the norm. I became an accidental entrepreneur, actually. I started sa negosyo without any experience at all. I'm a fine arts graduate, and I ran the business in its first few years through trial and error. So that was 2004. Wala pang YouTube noon. Wala pa ring social media gaano. Well, it was Friendster, and social media was used for networking. It wasn't used for marketing, and businesses weren't really keen on using digital marketing during that time. My usual behavior was always to explore, to learn, figure out what's new. We got lucky because we went into digital content and digital marketing way before it reached its exponential growth and demand. When the pandemic struck, all thanks talaga na nauna kami sa digital transformation because we were really curious about digital systems, doing things online. We already tried kung paano yung remote setup. So, during the pandemic, ready na kami with our work from home. In fact, nag-remote first na kami since then, but we still have our office. We were prepared with the demand on digital services during the pandemic. So, halos lahat ng companies struggling to be visible online, to create awareness online, paano sila mapapansin ng mga consumers online, because all of a sudden, the behavior of the consumers changed. And now we are prepared for another phase of disruption, the AI era. So we're preparing our services to integrate the new AI technologies. And since generative AI is now disrupting content and marketing in a lot of businesses, again, we have to be relevant and we have to stay ahead of the curve to maintain the demand and maintain the growth that we had for the past 20 years. Today is really a good time to be an entrepreneur. During the mid-2000s or even before that, there wasn't any free digital platforms, and ang mga nagkakaroon lang ng reach sa market at nakakapag-advertise, yung may funds. Di ba? May funds ka, pang commercial, pang print ad, and it's really very expensive. Pero ngayon, because of digital, yung barrier of entry, especially for micro and small entrepreneurs, mababa na. Pwede ka nang mag-advertise, pwede mo nang ma-reach yung market mo, kahit na maliit ang budget or even walang budget. Basta alam mo lang kung ano yung i-communicate mo na value sa mga customers mo online. But because of that, naging very crowded na ang space online. So if you don't know how to craft a creative message, if you don't know how to educate, to entertain, to inspire, use the right platforms, then your content won't stand out. Yun yung downside ng pagkakaroon ng high traffic online. Mahirap makipag-compete, mahirap mapansin. If you want to take advantage of digital content and digital marketing to grow your business, it's not just about using the tech tools and what's new. Bottom line, you have to start with your brand. Who are you? What are you trying to say? What's the value that you are giving? And next, you have to match it with what your audience needs. Ano ba yung preferences nila? And what problems can you solve? And then based on that, you have to have that one thing that you want to be remembered for, or you want your brand to be remembered for, and then say it in many different ways through many different platforms, especially in the platforms kung nasaan yung customers ninyo.
Alam kong inaabangan ninyo kung nasaan ang negosyente para mamigay ng dagdag puhunan. Tara, samahan niyo ako. Isang maulan na hapon, nandito pa rin tayo sa Tumana, sa Marikina City dahil magbibigay tayo ng dagdag puhunan sa isa sa mga kababayan natin dito. Tara, samahan niyo ako. Hello po, kumusta?
Okay lang po.
Mga panindaho ninyo?
Isda po, hipon.
Ano pong pangalan nila?
Banban po.
Banban
Campos.
Campos.
Apo.
Anong oras ka nag-uumpisang magbenta
Alas
rito?
4 po ng madaling araw, nagpipili na po ako ng
So kaninang alas 4 ka pa rito. So hanggang anong oras ka naman ngayon?
Mga 8 po ng gabi.
8 ng gabi. O kumusta naman?
Ay, matumal po, maulan po eh.
Normally, sa isang araw, nakakamagkano ho kayo?
Minsan, 7,000, 8,000, ganyan.
Sa 7,000 na benta mo, magkano naman ang kita mo doon?
Ano po, mga 1, 2, 1, 3, ganyan.
Sa isang araw? Oh, malakas din.
Pagka, ano po, pagka mabili. Pero pagka, ano po, ang pinaka, ano po, 500, 600, kita ko sa isang araw.
Kapag ikaw ay nabigyan ng dagdag puhunan, ano rin ang mga idadagdag mong produkto na ibibenta?
Ay, isda rin po. Mahal
Isda
po
rin.
kasi yung ano, consignment lang po kasi ako.
Anong pinakamalakas? Hipon ba? Or yung mga...
Mga isda po, mga galunggong, ganyan po, sa asa.
Nag-umpisa kang magnegosyo sa magkano?
5,000.
5,000. So, ngayon, kung dodoblehin ko or dadagdagan ko ng another 5,000 ang puhunan mo,
Dadami po yung ano ko, isda ko.
masaya ka ba kapag nabigyan ka ng dagdag puhunan?
Opo.
Talaga?
Dadami po.
Okay. Dahil ikaw ay magiging masaya kapag may dagdag puhunan ka, bibigyan kita
Ay,
ng
thank you
dagdag
po.
puhunan.
Thank you po, madam.
Yan. Pero, kailangan mong sabihin kay Ninang Sara, salamat ha, sa dagdag puhunan.
Ninang Sara, salamat po sa dagdag puhunan. Thank you. God bless you po.
At mula ngayon, manonood ka ng Negosyente.
Negosyente. Anong channel po?
Okay, sa GMA Pinoy Hits, every Sunday, 4 o'clock. Pero nandito ka pa noon. Pero mapapanood mo siya sa YouTube channel na.
Thank you po.
Okay.
Thank you. God bless you po.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Congratulations sa ating winner this week sa Puhunan Plus. Abangan ang negosyente sa lugar ninyo. Dito nagtatapos ang ating programa. Ito si Roda Castro Kaliwara na naniniwalang pag may negosyo, may trabaho. See you next week.